I'm done being treated like this. For more than 20 years, I've been his maid, his chef, and his personal servant. I've raised his children and kept all of his secrets. He said he'd never hurt me. He said I'd never have to worry about a thing. Well, you know what? He's a good-for-nothing liar. I could have been something if it weren't for him. Now look at me. I've been used and abused for long enough. I've given him a million chances. This is not what I signed up for, and I'm putting an end to it, no matter what it takes.
Do you seriously think I care about what these people think or how they feel? So what if I steal her car? Daddy will buy her 5 more. I bet she already has 10 different cars in a huge parking lot. These people never have to struggle a day in their lives. Why should they have everything? I'm just taking what is mine, or what should be mine. All you have to do is step on the pedal when they're not looking, and you won't get caught.
No one is perfect. I'm aware of that. We all are. We try to become something we're not, just to please others or to conceal something from our past. Sometimes, we try to become something we're not to please other people, but to please ourselves. Because we're not good enough. I've felt this way many times, and so has my mother. You, however, as long as it benefits you, you have no problem being two-faced. Am I right? You tell me you're sorry, and I find it difficult believing that, knowing what kind of person you are. I want you to cut the bullshit and be straight up with me. Why are you here? Why now, after all these years? Should I even call you my father? What do you think? Would you consider yourself a father?
In English we say, home is where the heart is. And in French you say, where there is a home, there is heart. That saying haunts me, but I definitely agree with it. I mean, I haven't always agreed with it. Oh God, no. Actually, this one time I was so wasted. I stumbled into an arts and crafts store and found signs with that saying, or anything about home, and I wrote each shit on them. I was there for like an hour. That's dedication. Anyway, you know when you feel like everyone who is staring at you is judging you? Like they know all your secrets and mistakes? Or that they think you're disgustingly ugly? Well, not you. Me. The city is filled with those people. I usually just ignore them and imagine them falling down flights of stairs. Or spit on them. Manhattan sucks. 22 years did not make it home. Because if that saying is true, my heart is fucking missing. I think I'm here with you. I know it isn't your job to help me find it, but just looking at you makes me feel more at home than I ever felt in my life. Sometimes I wonder to myself, why can't I be pretty? I ask God sometimes, why didn't he make me pretty? Why couldn't he make my nose thinner and my thighs smaller? It's so hard for me to look at the mirror, let alone to look at myself in one. Over the years, I grew a hate for mirror. A strong fucking hate for mirrors. Fuck the asshole who created them. I can't stand looking at the person that's looking directly back at me when I'm standing in front of one. I don't know. Call me crazy, but my life would be way less complicated if these shits were in every fucking where. Just once in my life, I want to feel like I'm pretty. I'm not even okay looking. Guys don't even look my way, and when they do look my way, I feel like they're staring at these fucking bumps and pimples on my fucking face. Just for once, I want to know what it feels like to be pretty. I want to know what it feels like to have a guy like me. But that would never happen to me.
Yes, they do answer back. The voices in my head, they answer back. They're not dangerous. They don't tell me to kill and chop people up. They simply have a conversation with me. Actually, they are not different voices, just my voice. I'm tired, you know. I feel as though I can't tell you my honest thought, so I tell them to myself. How else would I enjoy my own company? How else could I get an honest opinion? I drift away, and my voice helps me come back. I want to quit, but I don't want someone else to have my glory. So who do you think convinces me to keep going, or at least lets me know it's time for a break?
Sup? How's it going? You're very pretty, and I love your body. Do you love working out? I've never been to the gym myself. I feel sexy with my extra pounds, and you know what I mean. Ever since I was in grade school, I've been the joke of the class. But I'm older now. I had to grow into a bad boy. You see this tattoo? It's to remind me that I'm bad. Like really bad. Women melt every time I walk into a room. My mama always tells me that I'm her bad boy. Would you like another bear? So where was I? Yes. You are very pretty.
Look at me. Look at me. Sit down and breathe and let's have a normal discussion. Why are we here? Are we actually going to talk or throw in the towel? I have been the best son possible and done what you have asked. Throughout the years, I have wished to change the past. I have wished to stop your suffering. But what was I supposed to do? Your presence is unnerving and your stare is cold as ice. I'm trying now. But hey, where were you when it mattered? I needed you back when I was young. But now all seems to be lost. Look at you. Yeah, I was right. I think I liked you better when you were a drunk. At least you had some life, some gumption. Not like now, tiptoeing around while your life passes you by.
Ever since I realized there was someone called a colored girl or an evil woman, a bitch or a nag, I've been trying not to be that and leave bitterness in somebody else's cup. Come to somebody to love me without deep and nasty smelling scars from lies or being left screaming in a street of lunatics whispering, slut, bitch, nigga, get out of here with all of that. I didn't have any of that for you. I brought you what joy I found, and I found joy. And then there's that woman who hurt you and who left you 3 or 4 times. And then you put my heart in the bottom of your shoe. You just walked back to where you hurt and I didn't have anything. I don't know anymore how to avoid my own face wet with my tears because I had convinced myself that colored girls have no right to sorrow. I lived for you. I know I did it for myself, but I couldn't stand it anymore. I couldn't stand being sorry and colored at the same time. It's so redundant in the modern world.
I just stepped into the house. Can you give me a few seconds to settle in? Patrick, I just stepped in. Are you really gonna start questioning me about my whereabouts? Are you kidding me? No, I was not with Erica, and yes, my phone was on. You can't believe me? Well, that suits you just fine. How do you think I felt when I was calling your phone when you were on a business trip and did not pick up? How do you think I felt when we had plans and you canceled them? Well, just to let you know, for your own heart's sake, I was at work. Actually, I was at work with Blake. There was a project that needed to be completed by the end of the day, so we threw ourselves into it to get it done. I would never cheat on you the same way you did to me. No, that would be downright distasteful. If, and this is a big if, that day should ever come, I would cheat in a way that you would never find out. The deception alone would be enough to satisfy revenge for me. But have no worries, Blake is a girl, and you can ask the receptionist about my whereabouts or even the security to run the tapes, and I'm sure you will find what you are looking for.
I've come to the realization that not everyone is going to like you or want to truly be your friend. You've got what people call haters in this world, envious of everything you do, mad at everything good in your life because they want it too. Sure, you'll never have to worry about hanging out alone, but hello, you weren't born alone. You've never been alone your whole life. But you don't even get that. Not everyone is your friend. And it's the sneaky that I can't stand. They smile in your face but are planting dirt on you from behind. It's people like those that make me mad. But I don't have time to seek revenge on those who did me wrong. I believe in karma. One day they will get what they deserve. However, trust and believe, if the opportunity ever presented itself to me to take karma into my own hands, I wouldn't hesitate.
Why me? How did I go from knowing it all to being lost? I studied my freaking butt off these past 4 years, and now I have a white piece of paper with my name on it. I am even surprised that they spelled my last name right. I have read textbooks and wrote papers because that's what we were told to do in order to succeed in life and be successful. That is complete bullshit. A sanitation worker makes more money than a person with a BA from college. All my life, I had to hear the fights between my family members in my house. I learned from their mistakes. My mother complains that her kids don't go anywhere in life, but other mothers have kids who do. She forgets that I'm graduating in a few weeks, but I guess that doesn't mean success is in her eyes. I am tired of living in that home. I feel that I will never be able to leave the home. I have plans to head to LA and become someone. I need a break. I need a chance.
It was shortly after my father died in that car accident. Had my views on life changed for the better or for the worst? He was my true guidance in life. Showed me the ropes. I take after him in many ways. One, being a family man, and another, being a pretty good driver. I don't have a wife and kids, but I have a lifelong girlfriend and a team that I look out for. We don't always play by the rules, but it also doesn't mean we're the bad guys. We only know one way to this life, and that's racing. Street racing, and mobile heists are what we were born into. If you let us get behind the wheel of a car, it can be dangerous for anyone against us. Loyalty and respect runs through my system. When it's time to just go and bury me with my Vortex supercharge, and we can call it a day.
Oh no, I'm not going to rehab again. I've been there enough times to know what they're going to say. Plus, I'm not like those freaks in there. I can control myself. I take doctor-prescribed Xanax for my anxiety, so don't go telling me that I'm abusing my medication. And I have a drink here and there, but come on, who doesn't? It's to take the edge off, thank you. So if you think you're going to tell me that I need a higher level of care, then I'm going to stop seeking your counseling. My husband pays you for a reason. That doesn't mean you're trying to send me away.
I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to break me, but it won't happen. I have been at the bottom for so long, I won't go back. No, I need to say this. Nearly my entire life I have given in when things got tough. I would succumb to the pressure, but here lies a new day. I will not be known by my former name any longer. I'm not going to sit here and wither away and die. The truth of the matter is I've cared all these years. I just didn't have a push in the right direction. But now I see sometimes you have to push yourself. I just wish it didn't take so long. Everyone would know me when the chips were down. I pushed, that's how I want to be remembered.